At the time, it was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. But now I look back on it, and it's the best thing that could have ever happened. How many times have you heard that? Fuck. How many times have you said that? What changed? Did the events change? The circumstances or outcomes change? No, not from the moment. Not from that moment that we're looking at differently now. The moment stayed the same. The events stayed the same. The circumstances, everything stayed the same. There's only one thing that changed. There's only one thing that could have ever changed. One thing you had control over the whole time. That was the way you were viewing that situation. The lens that you were using. See, when it happened, we were looking at it through a negative lens. You were looking at it as, oh, this just happened to me. This is terrible. This is tragedy. How could this have happened to me? You're viewing it through that negative lens. Your perception of that event was negative. Your reality turned out to be negative. As time went by, you saw the good that came out of it, whether it was you making changes or new opportunities coming along that you didn't realize at the time. But your view on the event changed because of something positive coming out of it. You look back on it through a positive lens. Your perception changed when you change that lens. What I've learned to do, and what I'm teaching other people to do, is learn to change that lens in the moment, during that time. You're not looking at it in that moment with a negative lens. So you're not perceiving it as something negative happening to you. In that moment, the answer might not be there. You might not know why it's happening. It might be really hard to look at it through a positive lens. But the way you look at it through a positive lens in that time is, this is happening for me. Some way or another, there's some sort of purpose in it. There's something that's supposed to come from it. What is it? Losing your job fucking sucks. It's scary. It's a lot of fear. The unknown, you don't know what's gonna happen. But it's happening for you for a reason. The universe is telling you it's time to move on. There's something better out there. But see, so many people get caught up in that negative lens at that time that they miss the opportunity that was there. And they never get that new opportunity. They never get onto that new opportunity. So they never get a chance to change their lens to a positive lens. So for the rest of their life, they look back on that event as something negative. Take people like me that go to jail. The time when I got arrested, my life was over. When I'm sitting there looking at fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 years, who knows how long, my life was over. It was the worst thing that could have fucking happened. When I got out, I lost everything. Worst thing that could have fucking happened. But I had a lot of new opportunities. I changed my friends. I started a new path, and a lot of good came out from that. See, at the time, I was looking at it through a negative lens. I couldn't see the positive that was there around me until it started happening. But see, if you can look at it in that moment with that positive lens, you could change it really fast. You could see those opportunities a lot quicker. You might even see some opportunities that you may miss if you don't change that lens. I stayed on that path, I would have been dead or locked up in prison for a really long time. But at the time, I didn't really see that. I just saw my life was over. I'm losing all this money. What am I gonna do? It was just the worst thing that could have happened. Now I look back on it with a different lens, and it was one of the best things that ever could have happened. We just have to start learning how to change that lens in the moment. Stop saying, why is this happening to me? Ask, why is this happening for me? And search for the purpose in it. Look for the opportunities. Realize that no matter what it is, no matter how fucking tragic it is, there can be positivity out of it. And you can turn it into positive. Just remember that. You can change your lens.